Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's how were they feeling about you as to some significant point in the past? How are they feeling about you right now? And how will they feel about you at some significant point in the future as well, and when that's going to be. So 3 readings here. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you're getting to it is good. I've made the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Each of them has got a deeper dive and extended reading, which is the future part of it. And so if you're interested in that, toward the end of each of these readings, you'll find a link that pops up there for that future part. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below where you can also find your timestamps to jump ahead to your readings as well. So all you need to do now is take a pick. Which one do you want? Would you like the crystal? This is a moonstone. Would you like the flower? Or the shell? Take a pick now. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. Do all that stuff that helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, because it's not doing too well at the moment. Click on the subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. I do 3 of these Love Pick a Card reads a week. If you've got any ideas of what you want me to do them on, let me know in the comments below. And I also do a daily energy update for the collective as well every single day of the year. And I go live 3 times a week in my YouTube live show, which is called Psychic Cafe. I do general channeling for the collective in there, but I also give mini reads for donations. If you're interested and come along to that, you'll find the next show laying in wait by clicking on the Be Healing channel page down there. You'll see the next show. You can see when it is in your time zone. You can click on set a reminder there to come along live. Would love to see you in there. So, crystal, flower, or shell, enjoy your reading. I'll see you in. If you chose the crystal, and this one's for you, crystals, let's find out how your person felt about you sometime in the past, maybe when you met, and how they feel about you now. And then in the deeper dive, in the extended reading, I'm going to go into how they will feel about you at some significant point in the future. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below. Let's get some general cards out first about the feeling, all about this relationship or potential ship, whatever it is, your situation, that person that you've got your focus on at the moment. Let's find out all about it. Oh dear. The Garden of the Night. This is the dark night of the soul card to me. So someone's not having a very good time of it. Maybe both of you. Now it could be that your presence in their life has cause them to need to make a change in their life and to face something, and that's the dark night of the soul that they're going through, some kind of a healing there, or just facing up to something that's not working in their life. Trying to find a balance anyway. There's a balance to be had, so it feels very much like this relationship can't really come together at the moment to me, because of these things, because of this dark night of the soul, because something needs to be changed, because something needs to be faced up to. Maybe something that your person's been ignoring for a while. It could be something that you've been ignoring for a while as well. Feels to me like a relationship where you're kind of triggering each other into some changes in your lives. Let's find out more. You have safety here, but don't worry, you're protected from all of this. Not necessarily saying that the relationship is protected with all of this, but you're going to be fine. Take the helm. Be in control of your own life is what this is saying. And it feels like maybe they're taking control of their own life, exploring possibilities. Right, so you've both got other options, really. And it might not feel like that at the moment, but don't worry about it. Let's see how this unfolds anyway, this story. So how did they feel about you some point in the past? How were they feeling about our crystals? Well, they loved you completely. King of Cups. This is someone, loving you. Maybe not able to communicate that, so they maybe didn't tell you that in words, but I think that they showed you in certain kinds of way, or you intuitively could tell that they were loving on you there, that they had feelings for you. Yeah, there could be like a communication there in the past. And a victory, so it was, they were like assured of success, very positive feelings about you and this relationship in the past. Maybe more positive than they are now is what I'm feeling. Why the King of Cups? Okay, so they loving you, very strong emotions for you. 3 of emotions. A kind of and knowing that you'll come back together, and knowing that you're made for each other, you're meant to be together, that this win is possible. So there's a definite, very strong feelings for you, a lot of love there, and this almost purposefulness, a strength in, I don't know how to explain it. It's not a strength in themselves, it's more like a knowing, a certainty and knowing about you, that you guys are supposed to be together. The three of emotions is coming back together. So yeah, because they see unlimited possibilities with you. So they felt like this was destiny. You guys, they loved you. You're my person kind of an energy, unlimited possibilities. How exciting. All they could see was victory. They couldn't see any problems with it at all. This relationship coming together and just being excellent. So you've been victorious as well. The High Priestess, the Nine of Materials, the Ten of Emotions, all positive stuff. So they're seeing you very tuned into your intuition, being very single and independent, not someone that's going to rely on them, someone that's doing their own thing. You've got your own stuff together. And Ten of Emotions, the one that they could have the happily ever after. So this is kind of so positive that it's almost verging on the infatuation kind of... it's almost too positive. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of placing you on a pedestal, this, because it's all very, very, very positive there. They're not they weren't seeing you as a real human being with flaws or anything like that. They're only seeing positives about it. That's kind of delusional, right? As nice as it is and as twee as it is, it's kind of delusional. There's an emotional release behind that. So there was like a lot of happiness. Like they were so happy to have met you. It felt like all they could see in you was positives, and that made them really happy, as if you were the answer. Oh, and now we've got this Garden of the Night, the Dark Night of the Soul. So it's not all butterflies and rainbows, is it? After all, let's find out more about how they did feel about you. Reflection. They need to give you space. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and faith that all will work out for the best. So even though there's space in between you, they had this strong knowing, like that it was all going to work out, that they were going to have that. It just seemed not too good to be true, but too good to miss. Do you know what I mean? Everything falling into place. That's how they were feeling about it. Like, you're perfect for me, crystals, and so this has got to work out, and it feels like it is, and I just see positive things ahead, and it's all really good. Now I'm really interested to see what the present thing is, as they come down to earth, over the reality of it all. All three. How were they feeling about you? They were taking inspired action. They were excited. They were like, oh, I'm going to do this. All those unlimited possibilities. I'm going to make these changes in my life. I'm going to do that. And they were just very, very positive. Or be real and reflect on your priorities. So they did come down to earth then quite quickly. And it all became real for them. And they reflected on their priorities. And they realized, maybe I can't take all that inspired action, all that action that I thought, yeah, I'll do this and I'll do that, and then we'll do this and we'll elope together and we'll do this. And the reality is kicked in. Oh, I've got these other priorities, and there's this, and there's this, and I think that's where the dark night of the soul starts kicking in. Tell us more about how they felt about crystals. How did they feel about crystals? Influence. This is talk about you. This is them asking other people about you, being influenced by other people about you. It feels very positive, like they only heard good things about you. It feels just like that, confirmation bias kind of thing. That if you think someone's perfect, and then you're only going to ask the people that are going to think you're perfect too, and they just got a lot of confirmation about that. They're influenced by that. So I don't feel anyone that they went to anyway had a bad word to say about you. Now, that's not balanced, is it? Because nobody is liked by everybody, because we can't please everybody, right? And so we're not for everybody. So it feels to me like they hyped you up, is what it feels like. I mean, it's so positive, it's good, but it's a little bit too good. for my liking as a reader. And with that influence card, I don't know, I think people may have been aware that they were asking about you and then saying, you guys should be perfect together. Why don't you, I think that it was that kind of an influence, a very positive influence, which maybe put the pressure on them once they revealed it to other people and people realized that they had an interest in you, that it became all too real then, and they realized, that's when it's reflecting the priorities. When it came to actually taking that inspired action and making those changes, it all seemed a little bit too much. That's when the self-worth kicked in. That's when they weren't sure if they were worthy of you. So as soon as it came to taking action on it and other people talking about it and encouraging them to do it, that's when they started feeling diminished, like they weren't good enough for you. They built you up. They built you up, and it's actually been to their detriment because it's made them feel bad about themselves. They've only seen the good side. They've only seen the good in you, and so much so they feel bad about themselves. Because nobody's perfect like that. They think you're beautiful. They think you're beautiful. They're just like, crystals are amazing. This is infatuation. I mean, and it doesn't always start out that way. Relationships start out that way. There's that self-worth card again, but we've already seen that. So let's get another one out. Responsive. Wow. Okay, so this has been responsive, responding to them. They liked the way that you responded to them, the way that you maybe they made a few jokes or something like that, and they made you laugh, and they loved that, and they just love the way that you are around them, the way that they respond to you, the way that you respond to them. It was just sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, butterflies, just beautiful. With a little bit of reflecting on the priorities and getting real there, but not so much of it. A lot of fantasy, a lot of infatuation there, which I was saying, a lot of relationships start out like this. So I think this is very early days in this relationship of them getting to know you when it was like this. What about now? How do they feel about you now? How do they feel about you now? Has reality kicked in? Have they seen other sides of you? Have they realized that it's going to take some work to be your match? Page of Pentacles, feeling kind of naive and like they don't have very much to offer. Page of Pentacles, what can they offer you? You've got everything, you are everything, you're amazing. Page of Cups, 2 pages. So they want this, they're in fantasy still. Fantasizing about it. 2 pages, that feels like they don't feel ready or able or enough for you. They feel like what they can contribute to you is so little compared to what you can contribute to them. Tell us why the Page of Pentacles, they don't feel like they've got enough to offer you here. There's plenty of passion there though, but oh damn, they're going through something right now. Something's falling apart in their life right now. It's the dark night of the soul. This is what's happened. You've triggered them into something. When it came to moving forward and taking that passionate action towards you, they realize how little that they've got, and they realize that their life's kind of falling apart. They're still passionate about this. They still want to move towards you. But you're having quite a disruptive impact on their life when they try and do that, when they think about doing that. They don't see a way to do it at the moment. The passion is there though. Not in a way that would be worthy of you anyway, because of that page. It would be a different thing if it was the king there, the King of Pentacles, but it's not. So things are pretty much falling apart for them right now. The passion is there to come towards you, but how they feel about themselves and how and what they are able to offer you just isn't there at the moment. Right. What's behind this? Perception. Yeah, it's the perceptions of you, it's the perceptions of themselves. They put you up there on a pedestal, and so they've put themselves down there in the ditch. Neither of those are correct. I mean, I'm not saying you're not great and everything. I'm sure you are, but you're not up there. You're a normal human being. We all are. They are still yet to see you in that as a normal human being. They're still seeing you as extremely special and beyond human, superhuman kind of thing. And as a result, they're seeing themselves as really bad. So you're having a negative impact on them at the moment, and now you don't want to be that, or you wouldn't want to be that, but that's what's happening. They're kind of crumbling because of a fantasy that they've got about you being superhuman. So the Page of Cups, they're in the fantasy about you. They're still fantasizing about it, about this love offer and all of that. Yeah, page, another page, a page of materials. But what can I offer? How can we grow this? What can I do? Should we get another page? Oops. They're afraid that you're going to reject them. Yeah, there you go, page of emotions. I knew all the pages would come out. It's like, page, how many pages can I throw at you? The feeling inept, the feeling not enough, the feeling they're still very much in the fantasy. Yeah, what else can I say about that? They're just... Don't expect this person to come in with an offer very soon at all. Masculine energy. It's almost like they've got to grow into that first and become something for themselves. It's like their life has to break apart first, or them realizing that they don't have as much as they thought, that their confidence is kind of dwindled when they realize. When they've realized you, kind of thing. But it's not really real yet. You are inspiring them to step up, yes. But if they continue with this page, this fantasy kind of thing of you on a pedestal, they're never going to get there, right? Because they've got you in a fantasy. They've got you in with rose-tinted spectacles there. They're not seeing you clearly. They've not made you into be a human being at all. It's good that you're getting them to step up, but I just feel like the goalposts, they're never going to reach the goalposts because it's not real, the goalposts that they've set. That's where they're at right now, still in the fantasy. It's going to be interesting, the future part of it then. Are they ever going to get out of this energy? Are they going to stay in it? You've got a dreamer here. Could be someone that overthinks things as well. They could never have to have that many actual experiences in their life because they can do it all in the head, you know, one of those kind of people. You fantasize about it so much that you never even actually live it because you've already lived all the permutations that can go on in your head. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. And this is the thing. They're already doing this. They're closing their eyes and they're telling themselves that they deserve to feel joyful. And not just that, they're fantasizing about being with you. This person has got a relationship with you in their fantasies, in their head. And it could be enough for them to keep it like that. In other words, the romantic side of them, that side of them that's yearning for that, is satisfied by their fantasies at the moment. Are they going to realize it? Are they going to let it in? Are they going to actually make those changes to have something significant to offer you here, to feel good enough to come at you? Passion's there to do it. But are they actually going to do that? It feels to me like your person needs to know themselves more and, you know, be more of that, do more of that self-worth and self-love stuff and realize that they're worthy of it just as they are, not as a superhuman being, you know, just as they are. Release your blocks. Yeah, they've got some blocks to this. They've got some blocks. I just wonder whether you are a kind of a lesson relationship for them to get them to step up, you know. You're more of an inspiration to them, more of a kind of a teacher kind of vibration in their life, element, connection in their life. They're spying on you, they're watching you. Daydream. That's exactly where they're at right now. They're spying on you, they're daydreaming about you, they're fantasizing about you, they're having all of these different experiences with you, and it's all in the head. None of it's real. None of it's realized yet. Got bad choices and jealousy. So they made some bad choices. They've made some bad choices in their life and they're kind of worried that you're going to be jealous. So you could have some skeletons in the cupboard. You might find out that maybe, I don't know, maybe they've been with one of your friends or something like that. It's something like that. They're a little bit worried about that. So they're worried about realizing this relationship. They're worried about you finding something out about them. Skeletons in the closet that would make you jealous. They don't want to make you jealous. The bad choices they've made in the past, so they're a little bit defensive about that. I didn't get some of these cards, so I'm going to get them out now. How were they feeling about you in the past? Let's get on a more heart level here. True love. Yeah. So yeah, in the past they were just like, this is my one, my true love, this is it. And forgiveness. So there's something here about them, wanting you to forgive them, wanting the past to be the past, whether it's past stuff that they had with you or past stuff from their past, these bad choices that they made here. They hoping that you'll forgive them for that, for who they were. But I thought this was true love. What about now? They love you. Very romantic. Your person's very romantic. Let's get another one out. How else are they feeling right now? They've got very sweet energy, your person. It's very page energy though. You know, it's very youthful kind of thing. The only thing that is real is love, so they're prioritizing love. Simple acts of kindness. They want to do things for you. Yeah, they want to help you out. They want to do things for you. They want to take care of you in that way. That's sweet. Okay, so if that sounds like it is your story, it could be your story, you might want to get the future part of this. I'm just going to do exactly the same thing again, but for how they're going to feel about you at some significant point in the future. We're going to find out what's going to go down at that significant point in the future as well, and a possible timeline for that. So if you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below. And it's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. You need to type your email address in very carefully, otherwise you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. Check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that crystal on a device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you will see a picture of a video. When you click on the picture of a video, if it doesn't take you to a video right away, then just try it on a different device and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. It really helps my YouTube channel out, apparently. I don't know, it seems to be tagging right now, even with all of your comments and everything and your likes. But click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to try and help me with this weird YouTube algorithm that I've got going on, that I seem to have got on the wrong side of somehow. I do a daily energy update every single day of the year. I do 3 of these Love Pack card reads a week as well. Let me know what you want me to do them on in the comments below. And what else do I do? I go live 3 times a week as well in my Psychic Cafe show, where I give mini reads for donations. So come along to that sometime. You can find the next show laying in on my YouTube channel by clicking on the Be Healing thing down there. You'll see when it is in your time zone. You can click on set a reminder there to come along live. So there you go. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very short. If you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Flowers, let's find out how that person that you're focused on, did feel about you at some significant point in the past, probably when you met or around that time, how they do feel about you right now in the present. And there's going to be a deeper dive to this as well, an extended reading where I go into how they're going to feel about you at a significant point in the future. We'll get some timelines about that as well. So if you're interested in the future part of it, in that extended reading, I'll pop a link for it up there toward the end of this reading and also in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get some general cards out about the feelings of this person for you generally first, and what's going on, and then we'll get into the past, how they felt about you in the past, probably when they met you. Take time to restore and growth. So a lot of personal growth going on in this union. Yeah, helping each other step up and restore back to who you really are as well. Very grounded kind of reminding each other who you really are. And good. It's twin flame connection, this one. Mischief. You got a fun, playful side to both of you. You spark each other. A lot of fun to be had together. See you as a lot of fun, but mischievous as well. They like that. You're a bit of a challenge. I love that. What else? The ocean. Wow. Big, expansive, beautiful. Think the world of you. You're beautiful, mysterious, wild and free. They love that about you. So they're intrigued by you. They want to know you. They want to be like you. They want to be free like that. You're very inspirational to them. So how did they feel about you in the past? Some significant point in the past. How did Flowers person feel about them in the past? Three of Pentacles. They wanted to build something with you, collaborate with you, grow something with you, start something off with you, intrigued by you. It could start it off as a work connection, this actually. Either you working together like in the same workplace, or you being in their workplace, or them being in your workplace, but some kind of they're my customer, or I want to work with them, I want to be on their project, that kind of thing. A draw towards you like that. I want to work with you. You've got good energy. Death and rebirth. Oh, okay. So I feel like your person had something else going on in their lives when you met, or at this time when they were choosing you to work with or whatever. They wanted to be part of your energy, have you in their life in some respect, but it feels like they were keeping it at a work level. Three of Pentacles. Tell us why the Three of Pentacles is there. So they want to plan or collaborate or something like that. They want to be in your life while they're juggling something else. Well, in another relationship or something that needs to end. This feels to me like someone that's in another relationship. They wanted to get to know you. They wanted to have some kind of a connection with you and get to know you and do things with you and have you in their energy field while they were juggling something out. So probably someone that didn't tell you and wasn't upfront about that stuff that they have going on. Someone in another relationship, well, they were anyway. Let's try that again. Could be the letting go card. Ascension. All right, taking it to the next level. So you're a step up from what they've got. Okay. So you're a step up. You're better than the relationship that they're in. You're a kind of an invitation, inspirational invitation to a better life, a better thing. They think the world of you. They're just trying you on for size kind of thing. That sounds bad. No, they want you in the life because you're inspiring to them. They're considering having a relationship with you. They're already in a relationship. Having a relationship with you would be a step up. But they are juggling death and rebirth because something needs to end in order to have something with you, have something more than that with you anyway. They can have something with you, but not the romance. Not what they want with you, not this adventure with you, not this... Okay, so it's like you've come into their life and you reminded them who they are, and they could like turn around, look at their relationship and their life and go, this isn't becoming to me, I'm meant for more than this. They look at you and like, wow, wild and free. What did it say? Beautiful, mysterious, wild and free. I'm supposed to be with that person, living a life like that. It inspires them. Death and rebirth, but here I am stuck in this that needs to end if I choose to have more with flowers. Death and rebirth. It's big. Double death and rebirth. It's big. They're locked into something. They're deep in it. They're in deep in it. Their juggling card is what it is. Two of materials. They're not sure yet. They're kind of, they were kind of intrigued and like, I would like to have more with flowers. But living this completely different life instead. I'm not sure whether they want to give that up. Significant change is what it would be for them. You'd be a significant change. It would mean giving up a lot. To have something more with you means giving up a lot. I've got a feeling that your person has kept you in their life as a friend or as a colleague or something like that, and just kept you there on the sidelines. If you made any moves toward them, they'll have like backed off a little bit. They just want to keep you there and keep you in their life while they figure out whether they actually want to go through this death and rebirth. What's behind that is creativity. They've got this pull of creating something new, being wild and free and all of that. being themselves is what it is. Time to restore and grow. The true them. But the law of the known, of what they've already got, it's got a stronghold on them, that. How did they feel about you in the past, at this point in the past? This person has kind of been a bit manipulative with you to keep you where you're at, keep you an option while they are deciding. But in the past here, they're not deciding. The Two of Materials is not deciding. It's just juggling the both, juggling the two possibilities. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. They see you as being the healing element, right? The one that they can grow with, the one that they can have all of these good things with. But I'm still getting a reluctance to actually finish these things and do the healing necessary in themselves. This person hasn't chosen the things that you are revealing to them for themselves yet. And I think your person needs to do that first before they try and jump on the ride of your life and get it from you. They need to be those things, choose those things for themselves, not just try and get it through you by proxy, you know? You are not the answer in this. If that's who they truly are, they need to heal themselves. They need to end that thing, heal themselves, and then go for those things themselves. And then the relationship, you know, I would say. But let's see. How did they feel about you? Flowers? How did they feel about you? So you're definitely the more healing option, the one that's truer to them and who they really are deep down inside. But they're also able to be that other person that is in this situation for the stability, maybe. You will require them to step into your power and step into their power. They see you stepping into your power and they know that you're going to be a challenge to them and require you to do that, require them to grow, require them to step into their power. They don't have to do that in this other situation. They're in a cushy kind of a situation here that's not very inspiring to them. It's the easy option. It requires very little of them. Sure, there might be a lot of responsibilities and all of that, but it requires very little of them. You know, they're not required to heal. They're not required to step up. They're not required to lead, take control, step into the power. They're not required to heal themselves. There's no richness of human experience in it. It's a very the food's on the table, the house is clean. It's that kind of an existence, which is something, right? It's something. Now they might see you wild free, all of these things, of having to actually give that up and them not having that with you. The stability that they've got. They might quite like this juggling thing. They've got your energy and they've got that energy too. They've got the best of both worlds with both of you. So if you've already got involved with this person, they are likely to keep you right there because you're the balance. You're the balancer. You're the one that brings in what they don't have in this other relationship. You're the one that brings in those elements, the energy that isn't present in that relationship. In a way, you're making it easy to stay in that relationship. I know you don't want to hear that, but so you're a mystery to them. They were afraid that you're gonna reject them, and you were a complete mystery to them. So they're very intrigued by you, but thinking that you will reject them, like they're not gonna be enough for you, or when you find out that they're juggling you, you're gonna reject them or something like that. But intrigued by you. They want to romance you. They want to sweep you off your feet and romance you, feeling very heart connected with you, very romantically connected with you. How else are they feeling about flowers? Receiving. They want to give you lots of gifts. They want to give you plenty. And very sexually attracted to you. The orgasm card here. Extremely attracted to you sexually. So there's all of that. You fire them up. You fire this person up. They want to give plenty to you. Okay, what else? What's in their heart then? How were they feeling about flowers? So it started off with intrigue, wanting to have you around, a lot of sexual attraction there, feeling a romantic connection. You intrigued them, this mystery, this wild, free thing, so different than the life that they've got and the people that have got around them. And they're just like, wow. But like, oh, flowers are going to require more of me. Not so sure. And I'm juggling something else as well, which is totally different energy. Almost split personality kind of thing, that they can be that. They can be that. The treasure the loved ones, you're one of them now. The treasure the loved ones. So your person might have a family, they could already have a wife or a husband, and possibly children as well. And they do treasure the loved ones. So they're inclined, when they're very loyal, when they're loyal to someone, when they've decided you're their person. And all the loved ones are deeply treasured. So they do really care for the people around them. Deeply. This is the kind of person that is extremely loyal, wants to let you in. Okay. What about now? How are they feeling about flowers now, in this present moment? Justice. Like you're meant to be together. You're their justice. You're the one that's meant for them. So you could have been your energy in their life. The more that they sit in this previous life that they haven't let go of yet, still, they're seeing the holes in it, revealing it even more. So the people around them, they're like, well, they're not flowers, and that's not flower, and this isn't. A flower wouldn't do that, and flower wouldn't say that. And if I was living with flower, then it wouldn't be like this, and all of that kind of stuff is going on at the moment. You're their justice kind of thing, and they're feeling the injustices of what they're in at the moment. What else? Nine of Swords. No, Nine of Wands. Wounded Warrior. There's some healing to do there. Right. It's that feeling of, when you're breaking up with someone and you're going through that process, or it's just getting worse and worse, and it's like you've gone from this rose-tinted spectacle or putting up with it or whatever to suddenly seeing the flaws and everything's a problem, and it's like, and I hate the way you breathe, and I hate the way you chew, and you never do this, and why have you never done that for me? They're in that kind of a feeling at the moment. This isn't about you. This is about the pain, right? So they've got a push toward healing themselves at the moment. The focus is kind of on you, but it's not. It's on it's falling apart. It's the other thing that the juggling is falling apart right now, and it's really revealing their holes, and they're getting less and less tolerant of it as time goes on. I mean, it could have been that you've withdrawn from them. You might have realized that you were being juggled here, and you might be not cool about that, and have withdrawn your energy from that, going, they're not coming forward, and as they feel that pulling away, they've got less of your energy. It's going to reveal even more of what they're missing out on. So the justice, you're their justice. You're the one that they're meant to be with. Queen of Materials, the stable one. Oh, so now they're seeing the stability in you, whereas before you were like wild and free and all of that. But now they're seeing the stability in you, and they're seeing the instability in what they've already got. Something that appeared to be very stable, so stable that they really had a big block. Like with these two Death and Rebirth cards, I'm just getting like a brick wall. It's like, I can't let this go. It's almost like I'm onto a good thing. I've got a good reason to let this go, but I can't let it go. I'm onto a good thing here. But now they're seeing you as the stable option here, as the what they thought was the stable option is falling apart. It's becoming unstable now. Seeing the holes in it is breaking apart. So they're struggling with what's going on at the moment, and they're focused on having a new day, a new start with you. You're the justice kind of thing. You're the answer to their problems. It's not going to be a struggle with you. Well, that's a change then, because before they were seeing you as the one that would challenge them, right? And require them to step into their power. Now they're seeing you as the easier option. They saw you as the more difficult option before. Nine of Wands, but they've got to heal themselves. Seven of Voices, defensive, the defensiveness. So they're throwing all kinds of crap at their person at the moment, at the other person. Yeah, it's that energy. We've all been there. We've all been with the exes, or as we're breaking up, when it just gets worse and worse and worse, and we see all the flaws in them and nothing they can do is right, and it's just like everything bugs us. They're hurling a load of crap at that person at the moment because they're unhealed. They've not healed from it. The person hasn't let go of this person yet. They might be in the process of that, but they've not healed from it, so they're not okay about it. They're still not okay about it. There's still a big part of them that thinks it should still be going on, or it should be okay. They are inspired to creating something new, the Page of Inspiration, but that this is just a small energy, Page of Inspiration. They're mostly in this defensiveness now. They've got very defensive around the other person, so they're kind of transitioning. You've come into the life, and now they can't unsee your energy. They can't remain. It's not so stable what they're in anymore. They can't put up with it anymore. They can't settle with that anymore, and they can't unsee you. They can't unknow you. Behind this is discernment. So they're choosing you more and more, your energy more and more. And like I said, I'm getting this kind of feeling that you've detached from them a bit and pulled away from them a bit, and it's escalated the energies for them. It was exactly the right thing to do that, by the way. Yeah. Because it's up to them, right? To heal themselves and get through this and get out of that, and then choose you properly from that place, not try and transition from one to the other, or have both at the same time. It's the coward's way, isn't it, to do that? So, yes. Okay, what else? Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. This isn't good. Well, this isn't good because they think they can get missing pieces from you, right? So they want to be with you. They want to embrace you. They think that you'll give them the missing pieces. This is someone that expects the energy from other people, right? And so they were getting energy, and they didn't have to offer a lot, really, for that old energy, and it was stable for them. And maybe you were offering your energy easily to them as well. And yeah, they think you're the kind of the missing piece. So rather than it being them, the missing piece, and then finding this energy in themselves, I think you can bring that energy to them. So this person might be a little bit of a drain at the moment. If they were to come in right now to your life, it might be a bit draining, because they will expect you to come up with the answers and you to provide that energy that's missing in their life, or you to heal them, or whatever. They might be thinking that at the moment. But yeah, the Nine of Wands, that wounded healer kind of an energy, they might think, well, if I was just with flowers, then I'd be okay, I'd be healed then. And that's not true, is it? Because we can't heal anyone else. You can't heal them. They've got to do that for themselves. Come at you as a whole person. Come to you as a whole person. So they're taking a breather right now. So even if they tried to come towards you, I don't think the universe would let them until they've sorted this stuff out. So they're taking a breather right now. Give themselves a break. Not breaking up this relationship. It's getting worse and worse and worse. Still very much in it, but it's the fabric of it. I'm just keep on seeing there's holes in it. It's disintegrating. It's like in movies where you see, this is the vision I'm getting when I tap into this energy. You know, in movies where someone's like having a dream or whatever, or they're doing something in an alternate reality, in like a sci-fi kind of a movie, and then it all starts disintegrating. That reality starts disintegrating, things are falling down, stuff like that. That is the image that I was given from this. Them seeing holes in it now. The fabric of it is coming apart. It wasn't sturdy in the first place, and it is falling apart now. And so they're just kind of riding this out, kind of thing. Not making any definitive decisions right now, but riding this out. It's a little worrying, their feelings on you at the moment. You're sure they're seeing you as the stable choice now. You're getting more and more the stable option, whereas the other option was the more stable option in their mind before. They see you as the justice, but they see you as the one that can heal them, and that isn't true. It isn't true. Don't be codependent. It's not your job to do that. It's their job to do that, and you don't want someone that's coming in unhealed. They're just going to cause problems. They're just going to be a pain in the ass with you. You don't want that person. Let them heal themselves first and then come at you. Otherwise, they're just going to go through exactly the same thing with you. The same process. So there's differences between you guys. So there are the differences, even though you seem very similar to each other and you've got a lot in common kind of thing, or you might have, there are differences between you. There's significant differences between you, and don't overlook those. They're not overlooking that. Right. And so it could be that old situation that they're in, or still in now, but disintegrating, is they're very different than you. Very different. And that's a worry in itself, because when we know ourselves and when we've healed, we don't have like complete opposites. We don't get from going one relationship and it's complete opposite in the next relationship, and it's not wildly divergent like that. The more we know ourselves, the more we know what we want and what's right for us. And so they'll be similar, right? The more healed we are and the more we know ourselves, the more similar the relationships will be. There'll be slight differences between them. There'll be more similarities. They would probably be best mates, right? Because we'll be choosing a very specific energy that's right for us. So of course they're going to be similar. Your person isn't. You're wildly different than the person that they're with. That's a bit of a worry to me. Anyway, they see you as being open. They see you as opening them up. They see that they can be more of themselves around you. They see you as like this opportunity to be more of themselves too. They can feel themselves opening up when they're with you to who they really are. This is work that they should be doing themselves. But you have an influence on them in that. Now, do you want that influence or not? That is totally up to you. But if you've had that codependency thing where you will step in and try and heal someone and take over and look after them and scoop them up and save them and rescue them and all of those things, then this is red flag relationship for you. You'd be very tempted to get into those dysfunctional ways in this relationship. I'm telling you right now. So, villain. This card comes out so much. So much so that I seem to have there seem to be so many of these cards in this deck. Anyway, your person's feeling lonely at the moment, or they're thinking that you're lonely. Both lonely at the moment, feeling this rift. You're not together at the moment. You've pulled away from them. Yeah, both. They're seeing you as lonely, being by yourself, but not just that, lonely, feeling not good about it. And villain, they feel bad about that. They feel like it's their fault. It is, I hear you saying. It is their fault. They might have stepped in and kind of made you think that they were coming in, and they might feel bad about that now. You know, you could have been waiting for them, and then they feel like the villain now because they're kind of seeing you by yourself, going, oops, I kind of led them to believe that I was coming into their life, but nowhere near ready, is what it feels like. We'll find out in the future part anyway, in that deeper dive. Where's the heart at right now? Where's the heart at right now? Romance, feeling very romantic. We had that before from them. They're having patience, so they're waiting this out. They're not in a rush. Not in a rush. Still getting to know you. Still want you around. They still want you around. Still getting to know you. Taking it slowly. Learning to meet your need for love. Getting to know you. Yeah, they're taking it very slowly. I mean, that's a green flag in this person. They've got some red flags. They've got some green flags here. Which is normal, human behaviour, you know? We've all got red flags and green flags. Up to you to decide whether this person has enough green flags and whether you can overlook the red flags or trust them to sort their own red flags out. And if you get together with them, you be strong enough to point out, hey, that's your red flag. You need to sort that out. I'm not doing it. Sort that out. That's your stuff, and that needs sorting out if you want to be with me, kind of thing. You need to be strong with this one. But I think you've got it in you to do that. Okay, so if that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, and you want to know how they're going to feel about you in the future, where is this headed? I'm going to get a timeline out for it as well. So some significant point in the future, what the feeling is going to be about you then. Then join me in the extended reading. I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you don't, you won't receive it. And now that email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. Check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on the flower on a device where you can open PDFs. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. When you click on the picture of a video, if it doesn't take you to a video right away, just try it on a different device and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. Help me out with this YouTube algorithm, which doesn't seem to be on my side at the moment. And I don't know why. I'm doing everything right. And you guys are as well. You're doing all that clicking like and commenting more than ever. But it still doesn't seem to be making a difference, and I don't get it. Maybe I should just quit. But click on that subscribe button before I quit. And that notification bell down there to hear more from me as well. I do a daily energy update every single day of the year. I make 3 of these Love Picker card reads a week as well. If you've got any ideas of what you want me to do them on, let me know in the comments below and I'll do that for you, probably, if it's a good one. And I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show as well, where I give mini reads for donations, so come along to that. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking on the Be Healing thing that's down there, and you'll see the next show laying in wait so you can see when it is in your time zone, and you can also click on set a reminder there so it can remind you to come along live. Would love to see you in there. So there you go. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this, and if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the shell, and this one's for you, shells, let's find out how your person, that person that you're focused on, how they felt about you at some significant point in the past, maybe when you met, could be around then, or some other significant point in your past, how they feel about you right now. And then there's going to be a deeper dive, an extended reading going into how they will feel about you at some significant point in the future. I'll also go into timelines for that as well and more information about it. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. You can find a link for that extended reading in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get some general cards out about this union first, about your relationship or potential relationship with this person. What's it all about? Let's see. And then we'll get into the past part of it and how they felt about you. Beauty of age. Ooh, beautiful couple. Huh? Maybe a bit more mature in years, but you're beautiful. Both of you are very good looking. Could be a power couple kind of thing here. People thinking you look really good together. I don't feel like it's just like a looks thing, though. More of an energetic thing. You're good together. Threshold. Something's about to happen. Vulnerability there, and for it to happen requires a risk. It requires you both to be vulnerable and for something to come to light. Oh, is this a secret love? Is this a secret love? You're on the threshold of revealing it. We're both going to be vulnerable as other people find out about it, as it comes to light. Your relationship comes to light. Oh, spicy. Secret love affair, is it? What else? Perseverance. Stay the course. This could have been a long time coming about. You know, I've not seen that threshold card for some time. And perseverance with it. Threshold and perseverance. It means that this has taken some time to come about. You could have felt like, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? I know it's going to happen, but when's it going to happen? Okay, so tell us all about this for shells. How did that person feel about them at some significant point in the past? How did they feel about them? 10 of Swords. Painful ending. Did they have to walk away from you? Ouch. Might have been working together and they had to walk away. They had to leave. You might have been in each other's presence in some kind of way, in each other's lives in some kind of way, and then you weren't. And something happened where you're not working together anymore. You're not working out at the same gym anymore. Whatever it is, wherever you were around each other, that's when they felt it. Like, I've got to be around Charles. I didn't realise. They got used to you, kind of taking you for granted in a way. We're taking granted that they could see you all the time. And then when that, whatever it was, ended, it doesn't feel like a breakup or anything like that. It feels like the gym closed. Or there was lockdown. Suddenly they couldn't see you anymore. That's when they felt it. Like, I've got feelings for Charles. It's when there was an absence of you that they felt it. They felt the loss of you. And that could be what made them realize, I've got feelings for Shells I hadn't realized. You know, they could have just been enjoying your energy. They didn't know what it was, though. They didn't know what the feelings were. A lot of feelings for you, but unclear about what they were. So unknown. It's like, I'm feeling something, like the Grinch says. I'm feeling. It feels to me like it came out of the blue, that they weren't expecting to feel like that, and then suddenly they get choked up that you're leaving, or that you can't be around each other, and they're like, oh, what is this? What is this? So the Ten of Swords, something happened here that you couldn't be. Yeah, something new happened. Ace of Voices. So you're headed off in a new direction, or you were doing something, working on a different project or something like that. Could be a work situation, but you started doing something new. You weren't around them anymore, and they were like, I wanted Shells. I wanted Shells to be around forever. I never realized that we were going to go off and do something else. Okay, what's behind this? Maybe the universe and the higher self is going like, no, you've got feelings for this person. Hang on, let's remove Shells from your life to let you actually feel it. Honoring your energy. So there you go. They were taking you for granted, and not in a really bad way, but just in they hadn't noticed. They weren't perceiving it. They hadn't noticed. They were feeling it anyway, but they hadn't kind of honored that and weren't recognizing that feeling that they got. So your person here, or definitely in the past, has got a limited emotional self-awareness, let's put it that way. So it surprises them that when they realize that they're actually in love with someone, like it just hadn't crossed their mind. It surprises them when they feel something for someone. It comes as a surprise to them, like they're not focused on their emotional self so much. So it might be a very logical person, straightforward, down to earth. It could just be like, they could be a real fun, kind of happy-go-lucky kind of person as well, and just don't think about these things, and then when an emotion comes out of the blue, they're quite taken aback by it. So, confusion, confused, very emotional and confused about that. But getting clarity from it. So they were gaining clarity from that, the Muse of Voices, King of Swords, that they need to give you a love offer, that this is love, this is big. Oh my God, I'm in love with Shells. I had no idea. And all the friends and colleagues are going, yeah, you didn't know that. You've been in love with them for ages. You know, it's that kind of thing. That's funny. That's funny. I'm trying to think if it seemed very familiar, that energy then. Like, I've had a friend like that, or everyone's like, yeah, of course you're in love with them. Everyone knows that. You didn't know that? Everyone else knows it. Everyone else knows that they've been in love with you. But they're very confused by it. So it came all of a sudden. This is the past, don't forget. So this isn't when they met you. This is a significant point when you left, when your presence was no longer. It's not like you left, you didn't dump them or anything like that, but some circumstance came around where you weren't in their presence anymore, and they suddenly couldn't see you every day or every week like they were doing, wherever they were seeing you. You know, it's like that, bumping into you at the same cafe or something like that every day, and then the cafe suddenly closes, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm never going to see that person again, and I really like seeing them, and I should have like got their number by now, and like, I always thought they were going to be there. I thought the cafe was always going to be there. I thought I was going to always see them. It could be something like that. It could be more than that. You could have been in each other's presence much more than that. It feels that way to me. It feels like you're working together or something like that, or in each other's presence a lot, with people around you that would have noticed as well that you actually love each other. Healing energies behind that. So they do need to feel stuff. Your person is, I'm not getting that they're severely emotionally dysfunctional or anything like that, or unfeeling. They're not like the Grinch. In fact, they're more likely to be happy-go-lucky and quite surprised by any extreme emotions like anger or sadness or love and things like that. More content in a playful kind of a jovial kind of a light kind of an energy. It's more likely to be someone like that. And there's something healing about this for them. So they are in a way shut down to their emotions, to the richness of emotions, and noticing these things to protect themselves. So no doubt your person had a difficult emotional upbringing, which caused them to be more of a joker kind of a thing, class clown, because they weren't getting the love. They've kind of numbed themselves out a little bit to those, to love, to all kinds of rich emotions, because it's been painful. So they learned how to be in life, so that they get good interactions, good but not great interactions from everyone around them. Everyone's their friend kind of thing. Everyone likes them, but not a lot, but you guys were falling in love. And that comes as a surprise to them. Not heal themselves yet. So there's something about them actually feeling this which has a healing aspect to them, or gets them to confront that side of themselves that has them shut down to love, but not just love, other emotions too. Okay. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they'll manifest physically. They believed you're the soulmate. They felt that with you. Kindred spirits, soulmates kind of thing. They probably didn't think soulmates. They probably thought kindred spirits. You're just like me kind of thing. They hadn't thought of you as soulmate or someone to be in a romantic relationship with at this point. They just knew that they liked being around you and felt you were a kindred spirit. Soulmate. Forgive. This is two fish here. A card of Pisces. Two fish swimming around in emotions. All of these emotions. It's come out of the blue. These emotions have come out of the blue to them, and they could feel really bad about that. And maybe when they have said to their friends, "Oh my God, I feel something now that Charles isn't here. I think I love them." And they're like, "Well, duh, yeah, you do." And they, with these emotions, swimming in these emotions, they might feel really bad that they hadn't noticed about your emotions. At this point, they felt bad about that. Whoa, what? Shells was in love with me and I didn't notice, and oh my God, I rejected them by not saying anything or expressing that. And I think they could have been having it dawning on them that maybe they hurt you in that situation by not coming forward, by not even feeling it, by not even noticing, by not being in their awareness there. So they had this, oh my God, I hope that Charles forgive me, because I had no idea that they were feeling that about me, and that even I felt that about them. What else? Control. This could be it. I was picking up that happy-go-lucky kind of vibe from them, and so they could have had a very controlling parent and got very loosey-goosey kind of a go-with-the-flow kind of a person, be everyone's buddy, class clown, kind of an energy to overcome that and never want to feel controlling toward anyone or all of that. And so they could be more loose and detached than other people because of it. Yeah. How we do the opposite of something that we've experienced. So we've been controlled. I'll never control again, so I'll be completely out of control. It's that kind of thing. They've done the opposite of something that they experienced, a control that they experienced. But I think they're realizing, or they did at this point in the past, that doing the opposite extreme isn't a good thing either. Support. Yeah. There's this camaraderie kind of kindred spirit, you were there by my side and I didn't even notice, I didn't even recognize it. You were there supporting me. All of these, it's like this suddenly dawned on them. It suddenly dawned on them, oh my God, yes. Charles said this and they did that, and they gave me all the support, and they were loving me, weren't they? They were loving me, and I hadn't even noticed. They noticed, but they didn't recognize it as what it was. It could have been very confusing for you if you didn't realize this. But they were feeling it, but they weren't noticing that they were feeling it. It wasn't conscious in their conscious awareness that they were feeling it, because they're just so used to ignoring the feelings and just being in that not mediocre, it's kind of a good place. But this is like someone that's got into the law of attraction because life has been so painful, and they stay in that fake jovial kind of a place. It's that kind of thing. There's levels beyond that. I mean, it's a good place to be. It's better than being in the trauma and everything, but there's beyond that. There's better lives beyond that. It's that kind of a person here. Okay, more. How did they feel about you? Push me, pull me. This is more about them. So this is their reflection on it. Oh God, they were there supporting me. Oh God, I must have been like making them think that I love them, because I do, but then pushing them away because I wasn't stepping forward, or oh my God, Shell's asked me out that time and I didn't take it as a romantic gesture, and I said no, that I was busy that night. It's that kind of thing. They were like, they've gone through this. Oh hell, what did I do? They had no idea, hey, until this parting of ways happened. And now they're full of regret and wondering if they will forgive them, and they realise how confusing they've been. And there's you, holding your head going, what? I was pretty sure they liked me, but I asked them out and they said, no? Huh? Did that happen? Let me know in the comments below. I think it did, hey? Well, maybe we've all had someone like this. So then you're like, bad attitude. Then you turn your back on them. Of course, you'll pull away from them. It's that push me, pull me. If you had that response from them, they'll say no. You're going to pull your energy back, because we're not, or hopefully, we're not, what's that word? But when someone that likes pain, you know what I mean? We're not those. Hopefully we're not those anyway. Someone that, can't think of the word. Anyway, we shouldn't be that. Finding delight in trying to get into a relationship with someone that hates us. So of course you've got bad attitude when they turn you down. So you will have been hot and cold as a result of their energy, right? Anyway, so how are they feeling about you at this point in the past? Well, they realise that honesty is essential, and they've got to start feeling things. In order to be honest, they couldn't be honest with you when they're not allowing themselves to feel it and be consciously aware of the feelings. Yeah, embrace your emotions. There it is. So they're like, oh, now I'm going to have to feel things. Now I'm going to have to feel things. And it could be such a shock for them, because everyone thinks that they're a great person and everything, and they are. To suddenly have this waking up to the fact that you are not that good emotionally, you're not even feeling, you didn't even notice that someone was in love with you, you didn't even notice you were in love with someone else, and all of that having to embrace your emotions. It's like, oh my God, maybe I'm emotionally inept and I've got to learn these things. Yeah, they do. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. You probably thought that your person was aware of these feelings, and you wonder what the hell they were playing at. They weren't even aware of it. Unfortunately, this is kind of typical male stuff when men have been taught as boys to not cry, to not feel, that it is a girly thing to do, and so they've just become used to not being a feeling person. Well, that's the past. What about the present? How do they feel about you right now? How do they feel about shells right now? Hermit, withdrawn. Or that you're withdrawn. You're just out of it. Are you out of the life still? Could be. You could be going off and doing other things with other people, kind of thing, and they're feeling totally left out of it. Five of Swords, there they are. Whoa, chaos and conflict and internal process and juggling things and confusion. Like, do I approach shells or not? And very much in their head here, overthinking things. And it's a struggle for them right now. When they focus on you, it's a struggle for them. I feel like they've really messed things up. The Hermit, and here they are. You're moving on or doing other things with other people in other places and left out of it. Yeah, you're having this new start and all these new journeys, new people, and they thought you were always going to be there. Feeling left out is what's happening here. I don't know what. Oh, it's probably came out in the crystals or flowers. I don't know why they didn't give me the Five of Pentacles there, but it's probably in one of the other readings. So, but that's what I'm getting from the Hermit. It's like the Five of Pentacles energy, that the feeling left out of it. Watching you go off, starting this new journey, all of that. Missing you. What's behind this? Psychic development, but they're developing themselves, that emotionally, and there's that psychic connection and all of that. Piecing it all together, those feelings that they had for you, and that this kindred spirit kind of thing. It's like having to learn this stuff, you know. I understand this energy, you know, because I realized when I hit 30 and I realized that I wanted a richer experience, and I realized that I was emotionally inept, that I hadn't had those kind of relationships, that you know, not in my family and not in my love life, of course, because I've chosen people similar to my family for my love life because they were familiar. I'd not been in a relationship with someone that was emotionally apt. It's like the opposite of inept, but you know, and I got to the point where I realized that, and like, I'm gonna have to learn this stuff. I'm gonna have to learn how to tune into my emotions more and all of that, and I did. And as I was going through that process, I realized each step of the way, well, I need to have a relationship with someone that's really good at this stuff, someone that's really good at communicating their emotions and all of that, to help me to be in that process. And I did, and it really helped too. Yeah, and I think your person's going through that as well, having to develop themselves, not just psychically, emotionally too. It's like, okay, looking back in the past, I felt this kindred spirit thing. That was the feeling of connection. And when I feel that, they might be working with a therapist, and when I feel that, I need to recognize that I've got some kind of connection, and then investigate that and see if it's this romantic thing. And these good feelings that I had around them then, that was love. That was love growing within my heart for them, and I need to recognize that emotion when I feel that, and then maybe pursue that, and maybe date the person then and get to know them more to see if they're compatible with me, and if this is going to grow to be even more than that. They're having to make sense of it. I hope that they're doing it with a therapist, because it would be way easier to do it with a therapist, to make sense of your emotions when you're starting out like that, when you've been detached from it like that. Much easier to do it with someone that knows and these concepts, and have learned about these concepts and all of that, to help you piece it together, you know, piece yourself together as an emotionally functional being, with someone that knows, you know, that can really help in that. So very confused. Five of Swords, chaos and conflict within themselves. Two of Pentacles, things in the air, overthinking things, but getting more of a handle on their emotions. The King of Emotions, of love. So they're getting clear about that. They love you. Confusion of whether they love you. I do. I love you. They could come out with a big declaration, like they do in movies. I love you. Like out of the blue. That's what it is. I can't think of a movie now that does that, but when someone just like realizes they've been best buddies or whatever, or they've been in the battlefield together, and they just find out that it's not actually a man, it was someone dressed up as a man, it was actually a woman, and they're actually in love with them. That kind of thing, and then they declare it. Oh my God, I'm in love with you. But it's still very confusing to them, and kind of causing a lot of conflict inside of them for some reason. Behind this, new beginnings. It's good. You can end up with this almost teenage kind of a person energy who is ready to investigate emotional attachment, emotional connection with somebody in a very innocent kind of a way. It could be really sweet, this relationship, as it starts off. It feels like it's going to me. Now, this might be the first point with this reading that you've actually been aware that this is what they've been in. They would have just been very confusing to you, because I wouldn't have thought you would think that anyone would think that someone would be so emotionally detached from the feelings there and not have noticed. But they really were unaware, even though they were feeling the love for you. They were totally unaware that that's what it was. They hadn't connected the dots there. Wow. Okay. You got a lot of cards here. So they're realizing it's romance now. Cupid arrow strikes. It's romance. Oh my God, this is romance. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life. This is what they're learning. But they can also distort your perception, cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So there's something in their past that they need to heal, right? Some reason that they shut down from the emotions in the first place. Maybe because it distorted the perception, clouded the vision. I'm not picking that up strongly though, but they're learning that emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, and even a wanted part of life, you know? Twin flames, your passion ignites. So they could be learning about twin flames too, and like, oh my God, what if it was my twin flame and I didn't even know? I was in love with them and I didn't even know. I thought they were a kindred spirit, but I didn't know they were my soulmate. They could be my twin flame. They're trying to piece it all together, right? This psychic development. It's like, what does this all mean? Past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. They want this new path. They want to explore this emotional side of themselves and love, and they do. They want to do this, or they're headed to that point where they want to do this. A little bit scared by it because it's so unknown, but they do want to do this. Tell us more. Feels to me like you've got someone who's been made aware of something, made aware that they've got this inadequacy in themselves through no fault of their own. You were taught this stuff, and they become aware of it, but it's good because they've taken hold of that now. It feels to me like they're getting help, or at least exploring it in themselves, even if they've not got someone helping them in that, and they want to unravel this. They've got that inner drive, maybe because you've instigated it in them, but they've got that inner drive to sort this out, and they want to do it, which is good. They want to make an effort. Yeah, they're making an effort in it. They want to make an effort in it, so they do want this now. To heal themselves, to become this emotional version of themselves. It's a gift. You're giving them a gift. That's cool. So even it takes the pressure off this relationship, because no matter what, they see what you've given them as a gift. That them loving you and then you leaving and them realizing it's a gift. If that is all it is, it's a gift. Then you've been a soulmate to them, you know. So true. Wow. The key to the heart. Oh my God. Completely, you're the key to the heart. You've given them the key to the heart. This is making me emotional. You've given them the key to the heart. You've opened it up for them. The clues that they needed to be an emotionally rich, vibrant human being. They will love you forever for that, even if they're not in a relationship with you forever. You've significantly changed their life. They're worried. They're worried that they've kind of used you. Yeah, your person is worried about how you feel now and what they did to you and how you must feel and all of that, especially as they are exploring their emotions now and they're saying, oh my God, Charles must have been feeling this and feeling that. And yeah, they feel bad about it. They're worried. So as much as they'll love you forever for handing them this key to the heart, they kind of feel bad for using you. Like it's at your expense. You didn't get from that relationship. They might want to turn that around. We'll see in the future part of it. Hi. Where's the heart at right now? Receive with love and appreciation. Yeah, it feels like they want to give back. Receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. Very grateful for you and what you've shown them here. Let's get another one out. Not that one. This one, new love. This is like the whole new them, a whole new world to them, this emotional world. New love. Wow. Embrace an opportunity for love. Spiritual growth. Yeah. You've opened something up. A true soulmate kind of an energy. You've opened something up. You've revealed to them that they were kind of missing out on the, like, one of the richest experiences you can have in life. Love and a feeling and all of that. Wow. What if that sounds like it is your story? It could be a story you might want to get the deeper dive for the future part in this. Where is this headed? How are they going to feel about you in some significant point in the future? Let's find out. If you want to find that out along with me, I'm going to pop a link for it up there, the deeper dive. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of thing. Type your email address in very carefully because you're not going to receive it if you get it wrong. The email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. Check those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. You click on that shell on a device where it can open PDFs. And in that PDF, amongst other things, you will see a picture of a video. When you click on the picture of a video, if it doesn't take you to a video right away, just try it on a different device and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm, which seems to be on the wrong side of for some reason. Everything that you do down there helps me out. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. I do a daily energy update for the collective. I do 3 of these love picker card reads a week, so let me know what you want me to do them on in the comments below. Just comment as much as you can. Try and get the YouTube to show videos to people again. They're penalizing me for some reason. I don't get it. I've been consistent. I'm doing the same thing, but we'll see. And what else? I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show as well, where I give mini reads for donations. So come along to that sometime. Find the next show, Laying in Wait, by clicking on my YouTube channel down there, the healing thing down there, and you'll see the next show, Laying in Wait, so you can see when it is in your time zone. You can click on set a reminder there to come along live. So there you go. Good luck with all of this. Very intriguing story, this one. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of it. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly.